So, last time we left off, the Hands of Unity were near the end of the Temple of Desire. They fought against waves of werewolves in a dark forest, trying to protect Isabel. They attended a ball in the Rasa Kingdom to honor Mace. They performed in a circus tent, where Romeo was the main star, to finally being in a strange building where Melusine was being referred to as the High Mother. This confused Melusine, along with the attire everyone was wearing. But nonetheless, the group was guided into what looked like a church, and with pews of all kinds of succubus and incubus. Confused on what to do, the party sat at a bench near the front and prepared themselves to fight against the fiendish audience, while Melusine stepped onto the altar to give her sermon. She went against the Book of Desire that was presented at the altar and spoke her own truth, preaching to everyone to look into themselves, to cherish their own worth and desires, not be detected by detested by others or controlled, to live their lives to the fullest. A mixture of reaction to the sermon, and during that time, Melusine took notice of the book opening to what looked to like a magic circle. After studying it, she identified that it was a conjuration circle of some kind, and she asked help from the others by nonchalantly showing them off to the rest of the fiendish group. They tried to figure out what the magic circle was for, but with no other clues what to do, Melusine started pushing her magic into the circle, which caused it to activate, making a hand suddenly coming out of the book, reaching out for help. Melusine pulled the hand out, showing a much older Isabel, Romeo's sister, having more of an understanding of who Romeo is, referring to her as her sister. Isabel explained she was imprisoned in the book, referring to her jailer as they. And before they can get any more information, the group took notice of all the incubus and succubus talking among themselves and seemed to have utter confusion on what was going on. When asked about the meaning behind the sudden appearance of Isabel, they asked if Melusine was freeing her from her imprisonment. She confirmed she was freeing her, but suddenly realized what she just said. Suddenly, one by one, all of the fiendish creatures all began to either explode or rip themselves apart in gruesome ways. When it all said and done, only the group and Isabel remained. They were confused about the whole ordeal and started questioning whether this room was really for Melusine, but they were suddenly thrust back into the real room, quote unquote. Seeing a large stone room, they saw statues, 5 raised platform, 2 having piles of stone rubble, and 2 having a stone statue of Romeo Lucian, and the last being completely empty. They began to question what to do until they found a door on the opposite side of the room. They tried opening it, but on their way, Mace discovered the God of Desire could now speak to them, as he let out a comment not expecting to be answered. Bantering back and forth, this group discovered a few things. One, the door was locked. 2, Clint and L'Oreal were on the other side of the door, but didn't know how to open it, and confirmed that the last room wasn't what Melusine desired, but perhaps the goddess trying to shape it to fit what she needed. The group decided to look around to try to figure out how to unlock the door, when, upon inspecting the statues, Melusine and Mace ended up getting on the podium, freezing in place, and Romeo heard the door getting unlocked, with Clint and L'Oreal stepping through. Clint explained they found a button to press, and they thought that they had opened the door. However, the door suddenly closed behind them, locking them in, trapping them once again. And after bringing Clint and L'Oreal up to speed, suddenly they were greeted by a feminine figure who announced herself as the goddess of desire. She explained that she is freed and explained that she needed to be free so she can help balance desire that has run rampant throughout the world. She poses a question to the group about whether they would try to stop her or not. And the group pondered the question. One member gone, two members really hurt. Lucian was the first to state maybe they should let her go, and the party asked the goddess, who suddenly turned into a male version of themselves, some questions about her intention. And the god replied back to each question. Some good responses, some not so good. But he claimed that he is just trying to balance the wants and desire of the world, showing three rather large, big example of what desire can running rampant can do, showing Rasa potentially making a mass powerful weapon, to the Black Empress showing a her getting what appeared to be some sort of draconic army ready to conquer the world. And while she was showing everybody the extreme, she showed off the extreme desire, and during the debate, they asked the goddess on what her intention was for the other free forgotten god, the god of murder, and the deity simply stated that if he gets in her way, she would handle him. And they finally asked about Isabel, which the goddess responded that she would come with her because she is one of her herald. Melusine, this caused several things to happen. One, Melusine asked to take Isabel's place to free the young girl. Mace misunderstood a message being sent to him by Lucian and asked to become the herald in place of Isabel. And Lucian tried to correct the mistake by clarifying he, in fact, wanted to take the place of becoming a herald. This caused the goddess to smirk, agreeing by making all three her heralds. During that time, Romeo talked with her dragon spirit and asked if they could reseal the god. They stated they can try, but wanted a deal. They stated that if they were to succeed on sealing, they can keep the goddess sealed for roughly 7 years. The condition was that when the seal was broken in the future, they would take Romeo's body and soul. Romeo debated on that, but agreed. However, when the spirit stated to swear the deal over her name, Romeo thought she could trick the dragon by using her stage name, Romeo, instead of her actual name. However, the spirit, having been in her head long enough to know Romeo's true name, angered by the attempted trick, they refused to be warned by someone who would try to trick them, and desired to be released. The desire was heard by the goddess, who ordered her herald to chop the hand wearing the ring off of Romeo. This all being watched by the horror of Amadia, who watched as her vision and warning of the future was becoming true. That is a long recap. I gotta do better at that. But that is where we will continue. So, y'all have just heard on the orders. Lucian, Mace, Melusine. Y'all being filled with this dark pink magical energy that courses through your body. You feel the strength and power course through you. And you heard almost what sounds like a universal law that just echoes through your mind that simply states, chop Romeo's hand off. What does everybody do?
Well, don't I have to?
I'm walking over to Amadia.
Okay.
Basically, you just said you don't want her to suffer more, and then you want us to chop her hand off?
To answer everybody, going down the list. Lucian, you hear the order and you feel compelled to, but you can resist.
Well, I think he would try to resist at least at first. I don't think it's a good idea, but I think he'd try to.
Okay, first, bring everybody to the screen.
Oh, why am I the closest to her?
That's how you gonna work.
Um,
And Melzine, you said you were walking over to Amadia?
Yes.
Okay. Romeo, what is your response to all this?
I. God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think she's so scared that she's just gonna like draw her sword and start backing away.
Okay.
Not pointing it at anybody in particular, just like defensive.
Okay. Amadia, you see Melazine walking up to you.
Is she doing anything specific, or is she just approaching me? Because
I am looking at you.
Amadia's just standing there with her staff in hand, like she's been watching this hellscape unfold the entire time.
Okay. Then just seeing Melazine's silently walking up towards you. Romeo, in response to your action, you see the goddess just looking at you with a smirk, and then looks at Mace and Lucian and goes, "Are you refusing my order?"
I'm just more confused why you want to chop off the hand after you say that you don't want her to suffer anymore.
Because they want to be free. They desire it so. As my harbingers, you must obey and follow the will of me. So, chop her hand off. Or, if it pleases y'all so much and not be so brutal at first, take the ring off.
You can have it.
Alrighty.
Yeah, see, that was my
Mace,
question. Can I just take it
Mace,
off?
I never wanted him.
Ace will go up to Romeo and takes her ring off.
As the ring comes off, Romeo, you feel the warmth and the weird presence that's been filling your head ever since putting this ring on suddenly leave. And you suddenly feel a odd sense of chill go through your body. The once odd warmth that went through your body is now gone. So you do feel a little bit colder. And any effects that you have gotten from this ring is now gone. Alright. Mace, you have the ring.
So, what do you want us to do with this?
You see the guy just looks at the ring and puts a finger to her lip and goes, I guess whatever it wants to desire. Does it want to be worn by somebody else? Does it want to be locked away? Or does it want to be free? Choices, choices. Well, tell me what you desire. And you see she is looking directly at the ring. And y'all don't hear any kind of response.
So she's visibly distracted, right?
Yeah, she is. As far as you can tell, she is focused on the ring right now.
Amadia's gonna get closer to Melusine.
Mm-hmm.
Melusine, do you have like a dagger on your hip?
Inventory. I do. I have 2.
While the goddess of desire is distracted, because Amadia knows things, she's going to, with her 14 dexterity, is going to swiftly pull a dagger out of the sheath on Melusine's hip and is going to plunge it into where her heart should be.
I beg your pardon.
Are you stabbing Melusine or the goddess?
Not the goddess. I'm stabbing Melusine.
Melody, I'm assuming you're not resisting?
Not resisting at all.
Okay. Yeah, since you're not resisting, I won't ask for a roll.
I mean, Becca, do you want to tell Sammy the goal here?
I said I was gonna try to kill myself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I already told him that before you came. And before you did that, I was gonna actually spend a cantrip to send you a cryptogram to say when you get an opportunity. 8 letters. When opening, kill me. Because it's a cantrip.
I'm just trying to. No, y'all are fine. I got it. I'm just trying to. Because I don't know.
Turns out.
Like an instant kill type thing, but yeah, I'll just so we're not making this too complex. So right out of gate, while the goddess is distracted, Amanda, you reach for Melusine's dagger, pull it out, and thrust it towards Melusine's chest, and you see Melusine looks to be completely at peace. Looks, as far as I know.
Yeah, Mel looks perfectly fine with this.
Does she stumble? Does she fall over?
I think she'd probably do the dead person, just crumble.
Because if that's the case, Amadia would hold her or pull her into her arms, and as Melusine's body, goes slack, she would just very carefully lower her to the floor. And then whisper to herself, Lathander, in this moment, if you are watching us, please save her soul. Grant her the peace that she's always wanted.
Wow, that is loud for my new keyboard. Okay. As you call out this prayer and set Melusine's body down, you see the goddess finally breaks her concentration and looks over, and all 3 of y'all hear a commotion going on behind y'all, and y'all turn and you see Amadia lowering Melusine's body to the floor as a dagger is sticking out of her Melusine's heart. And Amadia, as you call your prayer out to Lathander, you're not 100%. Based on your background, you feel a odd, warm wind blow through the air. This wind seems to come out of nowhere, and it seems to blow very gently across both you and Melusine, as you can feel some comfort, as you believe that is from Lathander, seemingly responding to your prayer.
Amadia's not gonna let someone she was growing to kind of fond of be stuck in the Goddess of Desire's realm. Because icky. Icky.
You
Turns out she
see,
has mercility.
you see, the goddess just tilts on her head and gives y'all a big, gives you, Amadia, a big smile, and lowers her head and goes, "Well, it was nice having 3 harbingers while it lasted. Is that something y'all two are going to kill yourselves in order to keep me here?" Are y'all
Yeah.
going to sacrifice yourselves for this greater good, even though I'm trying to do the greater good, stopping wars? Is that y'all's plan? Are y'all so against a trap forgotten God is to be released once again to help balance things in the world? Is that what you want, dear Amadia? And she turned her attention to you. Eureka, my siblings. They have influenced your life since birth. And poor Amadia. Whether it was your desire or not, they had dictate what your destiny was as their speaker. You may find comfort in that, but to me, I feel sad for you.
You're allowed to feel what you feel, but I'm quite content with my life. There are those that want more, but I have a place to sleep. I have food in my belly, and that's all I could ever really ask for.
You see, the goddess smiled and seems to spin around and shift to her male form, and you hear him go, "Then, dear Madia, you are one of the people who desires I love most. The ones who are content with their lives. The ones who just want to live in peace. But Madia, you and I both know not everyone's like that. People love to desire more and more."
I mean, that coincides with free will, so it's understandable. And she'll hold what was it? A cryptogram? I don't know what that spell does off the top of my head.
It's a scroll. You have a scroll.
But she'll basically hold up a scroll that she's kind of has bunched up in her offhand, and she'll go, "This is what Melusine desired, and I intended to give that to her." And then she's gonna look over at Mace and Lucin and just go, "What do you two intend to do?"
You killed him. What do we?
Mesa
What?
just stands there in silence.
Lucian,
Well,
can you roll me a D100 for me, please? Alright. Sorry, that's just for something unrelated to this conversation.
Right.
Continue, sorry.
right. I, so we kill, we die. You're just stuck here. Is that what you're saying? Well, I, I've had a long life. Dying again, I guess, ain't so bad.
You see the god, and the god goes, "Is that what you desire, Lucian? To die?"
No, not what I desire. But sometimes what you want isn't what has to happen.
Except in my temple, what you desire matters.
It does.
Why do you think Melusine actually died?
All right, well, what I desire is for I want what I desire most is everybody else to walk out of here. But you and me.
You desire everyone to walk out of here, but you and me, you said?
At least at first. But once they're all gone, then I'm yours. I'll help you with whatever you need. Just let everybody else go.
Lucian, make me a persuasion check.
Can I give him bardic inspiration?
No.
Okay.
It's terrible.
I kind of
I
figured.
don't think I have anything on that at all. I'm sure. I don't think I do. Oh, God. Right, that thing
I
didn't give me
really
anything,
love
actually.
that chronal shift right now.
Yeah, wouldn't that be great?
You see, the guy just looks at you and goes, "Oh, dear Lucian, willing to sacrifice your own self for the good of everyone else. It's a noble trait, admirable even. But dear Lucian, why just have you when I desire more? Mace, what about you? Do you desire to follow Melusine's footsteps and die here to have some non-concrete evidence to try to seal me away again? Or are you going to be like dear Lucian and sacrifice yourself for the good of everyone here?
To be honest with you, I don't know what I want. All this. It's just. And Mace will. I'm trying to think.
Hmm?
Will the ring still blow up if I put it on?
You have no way of
You
knowing.
know?
Yeah.
Well, I got one thing I would try. You will put on the ring and it'll say until Romy run. You put on the ring and hope it blows up.
Yes, yeah, she's gonna.
Oh my god, Z, woo!
Yeah, I don't survive this if it blows up. I have 5 health, I think. Or 8.
Well, first things first. Romeo, get back here.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So, Mace, as soon as
Scared.
you put on the ring, you suddenly feel the familiar, somewhat familiar presence of the draconic spirit invading your head, and I need you to roll me a D100 for me, please.
Everyone dies. Oh wait, I killed Romeo's little sister. Never mind, I don't. I wanted 97. Was it 97 or 98? Which one
I
was
think
it?
it was something really up there high.
It was like really
It's
high
probably
and
a
really,
pretty big
really low
range, if
number,
I had to
like
guess.
It was the
I think
sunburst
the
thing.
higher or lower it is, the worse it is.
It depends.
Yeah.
I remember sunburst was like 97, and it caused the nuke to happen twice.
Okay. As you put on the ring, you feel the presence. You suddenly feel your body starts to heat up, and it's odd. You feel the heat like building up more and more, but at the same time, it doesn't feel uncomfortable. And to everybody else, you're starting to see steam is starting to come off of Mace's body, and you're seeing Mace is just letting out a puff of steam every time he breathes, as y'all see his eyes turn a draconic shape, and well, if you could see his eyes underneath the helmet, and you see parts of his armor is starting to bulge out as you see two draconic wings burst out of his back and spread out wide, and you suddenly see Romeo, very familiar sighting. Mace, you have successfully bonded with the ring.
Fuck! Why does it like me all of a sudden now?
Equipped. Attune. And as the guy just looks at you, Mace, and goes, I see. Y'all can move now. You were trying to detonate yourself for the good of your friends. Respectable, admirable. And were you trying to take out dear Lucian as well?
But that happened to happen. But I don't think it. Actually, I don't think it would take me out per se, because I survived one of these before.
Thanks.
See, I was hoping it would do massive damage to the goddess if Amalia survived with little HP, could finish the goddess. That's what we was hoping for. Nope, it didn't blow up.
Can Amadia pick up Melzine's body?
Yeah.
She's just gonna start walking this way.
Coming.
And she's gonna look over at Romeo and go, do you intend to stay here and rot, or are you coming with? You're not bound to her like these two.
Let's go.
It was supposed to be me. It shouldn't have been any of you.
It shouldn't have been anybody. But
And with Amadia's back turned toward Mace and Lucian, she just goes, Mace, Lucian, I know our friendship has been short, but the most noble thing that you both could do right now is to die. And she keeps walking.
I've been told that my entire fucking life.
Hey. Me too.
Do what the two of you want. I hope the next time we meet, it's as friends and not enemies. And Amadia, carrying Melton's body, is going to go over to Romeo's sister, and I don't remember who the lady's name is, but I'm going to go near them.
You see, the guy just looks at, that kind of looks back at Amadia and goes, "Dear Amadia has made her choice, and she has made her desire known. As a goddess of desire," and you see he turns around and shifts her to his female form. "I can only respect her desire. Now you two, you three, I should say. What is it you three desire? To die here with me? Or to roam free, but knowing that I will be free as well? Choices, choices. Make your desire known here. Because if you don't, I will simply walk out."
Question about your power you gave us. Can we use it for actual good?
The power I bestowed upon you two is your power. You can do with it whatever you wish. You are my
Unless you call.
harbingers, not not my puppets I can use to use my own power through you. You have your free will. You can choose what to do with it. The condition is you simply must listen to my request and fulfill it.
We see.
Now, dear Romeo, I believe Amadio asked you the important question. What is it you desire? Walk out with Amadia and your sister? Or stay with these two? Because she is right. You aren't bound to me. I won't stop any of you from leaving. But you must make your choices.
She's gonna turn to Mason Lucian. So that's it then? You're staying here?
I can see that there's a degree of variability in how this could be spun to be good. We could do a lot with this. And it's funny. I was just starting to feel alive again, you know? But I should already be dead. I just wish it were just me make my decision a little easier, because I'm with you. Whatever you want to happen, Mace. Romeo, if you really want us all to walk out of here and see what we can do with her gone and take that risk, I'm with you. But if Mace is staying, I'm not going anywhere. Kid can't do it alone.
Mace is going to leave because he's just tired of people making him try to lay down his life just to let him die and all this. He is just tired of that shit. It's power that he thinks he can do good with it. He's going to try to do good with it.
You see the goddess gives a smile to both of y'all, nods her head, and moves out of Yasu's way, and you hear her go, "Admirable desires. Use the power of an evil goddess to do good with. I would expect nothing less from my two Harbingers. And because of that, I will grant one desire from both of you. Anything that is within my power. Ask, and I shall grant it."
Mace. What is Romeo's father's name?
Glory.
He will say, make sure Glory is alive. Or Romeo's father is alive, Glory.
Done. Easy enough. And you see she snaps her fingers, and you see dark pink magical energy seems to erupt from her snap before going out. And you, dear Lucian.
I think I don't. Man, what a day. Uh, can you, or let me rephrase, a desire weapon, something gets the chance against your siblings.
You're looking for a weapon to kill a god?
Or at least greatly facilitate getting to that point. But yeah,
Hmm. And you see she pauses and looks up for a bit and goes, "As I stated, dear Lucian, I can grant any desire that's within my power. But the state I am at right now, I cannot grant this desire to create a weapon for you to slay a god. However, you are in luck. There is a weapon out there that can kill even a god. Although, it's going to be very difficult to get, dear Lucian. And even you setting out on this journey, and you see she looks over to Amadia and goes, the other gods and goddesses will know and will take you out in the fear of their own divinity. So you better be careful on what you choose, dear Lucian. Even with your best intention of striking down my siblings, you will have other gods and goddesses out there that won't see that. They'll just see a poor mortal that has the power to slay a god. And you see she turns around and faces you as she goes, do you think, after imprisoning their own siblings, do you think they would trust a mortal with that kind of power?
I don't care. We're mortals. We're at their beck and call no matter what. If they have a problem with us trying to save our bacon, dealing with their own locked away problems that they were too chicken shit to deal with, then they'll fall in front of me too. That's what your power's for, right? Would you love to see that happen?
You see she gives a big grin as she turns around and morphs to her male form, looking at you, and goes, dear Lucia, along with Mace, you two are shaping up to be my favorite Harbingers. Very well. And you see, he gets close to you and goes, if it's a weapon you want, you would need to go find the third temple. The temple of, and you hear what sounds like static. And you see she gives a smile and goes, the temple of the original god of death. And you see the
Great.
walls begin to shake. And you see she looks up and looks around and gives out a sly grin. And Amadia, due to your insane passive perception, you can't help but, as soon as you heard the static, but at the same time to you can hear bits and pieces of what he said. And I am going to message you basically the broken word of it.
Bye-bye. You sending this to me in Discord or on...
Yeah, sending to Discord.
Okay.
That's scary. A forgotten god of death. That's going to be fun to fight.
That's about all you made out. But that's not the thing you notice based on your insane passive perception. But you also take notice that as soon as he says, the original god of death, you can't help but notice Clint, who is right next to you, seem to twitch like very violently, before steadying himself and still looking towards the god of desire.
Madia just goes, she's like, seems someone didn't like that.
You see Clint kind of just looks over to you, and for a split second, you swear you see nothing but rage and hatred on his face before it seems like you blink and you see what looks to be a coward's face on him, and you hear him go, "Oh yeah, they're talking about some really heavy stuff. And I don't know about you, but I like to be alive. And they're talking about original God of and death. That sounds forgive me, God of desire, a lot more dangerous than desire. So you can understand why I am a little skittish."
Romeo, what is your plan? What do you intend to do?
I don't know. I don't know. All I know is there's another god out there in the Feywild, I think. But we have to find a way to stop him.
There's no shame of leaving and staying home.
I don't think I can ever go back to just being a performer again after this. Knowing what I know.
If you choose to stay by Mace and Lucian's side, you have my word, I will get your sister to safety.
Look, you don't have to go back to being a performer. You're capable of more than that. And unfortunately, you're caught up in it already. Always sucks. Wish it was somewhere else. Someone else. Right? But, I think we got it. I mean, think about it. Yeah, did we come out unscathed? He kind of looks over towards Mel. No. But we're standing in a room after some obscene series of trials by some crazy bitch. God, no offense.
You see, he gives a bow to you and goes, "Trust me, my pleasure."
Don't bully me, I'll come, motherfucker.
No one expects that.
Was not expecting that with Lucian's voice.
It wasn't supposed to be. I was just still in the moment.
Can't wait for that to be a memorable moment.
I'm trying to cry. Stop. I'm trying to be serious.
But we made it here. Worse for wear, but we did it. And she annoys the hell out of me, but to a degree she's right. If we can use what she gave us to fight the ones that are objectively worse, we're doing something. And I can always just fall on the sword later if I have to. And look at her, I'm like, I know you're going to call on us for something. But I love what you say, but I don't know if you mean it the way you should. And I should say I don't know. I know you don't. But true peace, even if it's just fleeting in this moment, I don't know. We have to choose where we take our L's. we're short on wins, so maybe we're strong enough to do something else the next time around and figure something out. So
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
sorry, just like walking through that. Oh, so the ring hasn't done anything, right, to Mace at all.
Yeah, it has
nothing
done
changed.
enough.
Okay,
No,
just making sure. All right.
just besides growing wings at my back.
Which in hindsight,
I forgot about the part.
pretty painful.
Yeah. Lucian's gonna walk up to Romeo. Who? I mean, Lucian looks fucked up. Like armor is super dented. There's like exposed like parts that kind of spark off here and there. He's
Also,
fucked up right now.
Also, to be fair, Romeo is slightly worse than you.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
by, like,
Just a little
points.
bit.
He's gonna put a hand on his shoulder and like look at you without his eyes because he doesn't have eyes. You're a badass kid, through and through. There's not many of those left. We got a job to do. So respectfully, quit whining and let's get to work. And then pat in the back, and he's gonna turn and start walking towards everybody else. Slowly, because I can't turn it.
You see, the goddess just looks over at you, at the group, and goes, "You have all made your choices, and all have stated on your desires to go on your own way. Whether you accept me or not, I hope for the best to go out and fulfill your desires, as long as it doesn't disrupt the balance of the world. I have no reason to come and interfere." Go ahead.
Is that why you guys are awakening? Because the balance of the world's disrupted?
My dear little brother awoke as our temples are being found. He awoke because some miners busted into it, and that woke him up. And some group of adventurers came in and managed to inadvertently free him. I awoke because Weirdly enough, the same thing. Miners busted into my temple, allowing a little bit of wiggle room for me to come out. And thanks to dear Melusine, I was able to be free. Whether you call that fate, whether you call it the world needing balance again, I am not too sure. Who knows? And you see, the goddess, the god turns into his female form, and you see she looks directly at you, Amadia, and goes, "Maybe it's a white bird tampering with things she shouldn't tamper with." The world is strange, young mortals. Fate is even stranger. It is only a matter of time before my third sibling will wake up. Who knows? Maybe it'll be another miner that breaks into his temple. Who knows what's gonna happen when the original god of death starts to wake up? Who knows if the young bird god will start to send her messengers out? Who's to say? Oh, but dear Lucian and Mace, as my harbingers, I will give your first...
Your second order, that's what you're about to say.
No, first... Not quest, but commandment that you shall forever have etched into your souls for as long as you are my harbingers. Do not, for whatever reason, free or allow my fourth brother to be free. Because if he gets out, this entire world and the divine realm will be lost.
Let's see.
'Cause he's a bit of a troublemaker, that one. And if you believe it or not, my little brother wasn't always like that. And you see the walls begin to shake even more. And you see she looks around and goes, I have spoken too much. That is all I can say. My third brother, the original god of death, you still have time. And you see she begins to look up and goes, yes. 2 years' time. In 2 years from this day, his temple will not be disturbed. Well, unless y'all want to go poke around for it. But in 2 years' time, once his temple gets broken into, a whole city will die. So, it is up to you whether you want that to happen naturally or find a way to keep him sealed. I don't care either way. I have my divine duty. You have your desires. And I hope to see you all again. Maybe. And you see she looks over at you, Lucian, and goes, maybe in a better light. when I prove to you what I can do. You see, she begins to walk over. And you see Isabel looks over to her and begins walking over to her. And you see the goddess Desire looks at Isabel and goes, "The mind of a child is a very fragile thing. Fragile thing. But the soul has so much possibilities to be molded, to be influenced. But for true desire to happen, it cannot be influenced by gods." And you see, the goddess puts both her hands on Isabel's cheek and leans down and gives a kiss on Isabel's forehead. And you hear the goddess goes, "So go back to your body and forget everything that has happened." And you see she kind of glances over to Romeo and goes, "And be proud of your big sister. She is doing so much to make sure someone like you can live a happy life." And gives another kiss to Isabel's forehead. And you see Isabel begins to glow before slowly fading away. And you see the goddess just smiles, looks over at the group, and gives one final bow before straightening up and goes, "It has been a pleasure." You see she snaps her fingers, and you see the door opens. And you see her disappear.
So, we have 2 years to figure out a way to keep the third god sealed. I think we stay far, far away from wherever that temple is until we know for sure that we can stop it.
Yeah. What do we do in the meantime?
Figure out a way.
Okay.
Deal with the other god that's out.
I think first step we need to go figure out if what she said was true about Lady Rasa. If she is actually marching the war right now. We might want to go try and stop that, maybe.
She really has a weapon of that caliber. We give her a new target.
Well, the weapon she has is because someone else stole it. And she wants to get it back. And they think they know who. I'm willing to bet whoever they think it is not who it was. Someone's doing something.
Well, right now, I think we get the fuck out of this temple.
Agreed.
Yeah. Oh.
Mason's gonna go up to the door, see if it's unlocked now.
Oh, the door is open. Like it's like wide open. Okay. As all of you head to the door, you see the large stone wooden door, or wooden door, I should say, and that has been giving y'all so much issue is wide open. And on the other side, you see what looks to be the
Oh.
entrance of
Oh, he's gone.
of the temple. Oh, what?
Well.
What?
Oh, he's back. Oh, hello.
Forgot I muted myself for a moment.
Oops.
But forgot what I was saying. Okay, as y'all head towards, the door is open. It's like wide open now. So as y'all head towards the door and you see it's wide open, you see what looks to be the front entrance that leads into a cave.
Interesting.
Very. It's not working.
Ace is going to be the first one through to make sure it's safe. I don't know.
Okay. As you walk through and go into the cave, you look around, and it does appear to be the same cave y'all originally used to enter the temple. Originally enter the temple.
It is safe. He's just going to keep walking forward.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Everyone goes.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Armani's just gonna carry Melvin's body out
Yeah,
of
I
here.
think Romeo's gonna look back at Amadia and say, "Do you need help carrying her?"
I have her.
Right. And then I'll follow.
As everyone enters the cave and exit out, one by one, y'all head out of the cave and weird. Why isn't it letting me? Foundry, stop being difficult. Okay, hang on. What do you mean you lost it?
It's a great thing to hear. What do you mean you lost it?
How did you lose it?
Fine, I'll just use this. Boop, 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 boop.
Scary skeletons, everyone on your spines.
Okay, that
Indeed.
should work. Should. I'm not sure how well it will work. Do y'all see the map? Ish.
Sort of.
Like,
It's
Yeah, I
not-
see.
like not the
Looks
entire
like
map, but like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
way
yeah.
y'all
I
came.
I see a
Like-
Tetris puzzle.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
It's working there. It's working there. For some reason, I lost my marker that had y'all. Anyway, oh yeah, that's y'all's journey that you had from the capital. Anyways, y'all all walk through the cave and exiting the cave, you see the first thing you see is a huge blockade of what appears to be Warforged soldiers on the outside, making a perfect ring around the cave entrance. And you see all of them standing still, and it looks like all of them are powered down for the moment.
Mhm.
But it looks to be nearly 30 of them just surrounding in three rows surrounding the entrance. And they're keeping what appears to be a what looks to be about 20 feet from the cave entrance.
And there's like spooky ones, like piss and red smoke and shit.
They appear to be powered down. They don't seem to be emitting anything.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh.
and it's also the middle of the night.
Right.
There.
So, slightly important.
Right. Yeah. I guess I'll try and like creep up on them and see if they're like get close to look, make sure we're not in danger.
Right.
And this, I mean, it's dark, but it looks very unfamiliar.
Based on
It's dark, so I don't have dark vision. You know, funny,
so it's
dumb.
kind of hard for you to figure out. So I'll say yeah, I'll say overall make me a perception check. Just see if you can tell. Wow, not bad. Looking around, you do see it's the same familiar landscape that you recognized when you first went into the cave. So it appears to be the same place. It's just now surrounded by Warforge. And as you get closer to them, how close are you getting?
I want to get close up to see if like they truly are inert or if they're in like standby.
Okay.
Since I know what that really looks like, since like I am one.
Right.
So I want to like try and figure that out.
Then I'll say you get about. Oh, well, first, what is everybody else doing? Seeing this site, are y'all following after Lucian, or are you just letting Lucian take care of it?
I'm hanging back for a bit.
Yeah, Amadia's waiting.
I'm being dead.
Thank you, Melzine. I need to make sure I know that.
Mace is also staying back and just watching.
Okay. Then, as you'll watch Lucian, Lucian gets about roughly about 10 feet from 10 feet from the radius of the Warforge until you see all at once. It looks like all of them get powered on, and all of them just boom, and lights begin to flash on their underneath their skin and display, and you see each one begins looking up, and then you see what appears to be all of these warforged have drawn their weapons. The first row has swords and shield, and you see the second row has what looks to be rifles going over the shoulders of the warforged, and you see you can even make out the third row. It looks like they're holding what looks to be mortars angled to aim right at the entrance. And you see all of them just look over at you, at the group, and then you hear, identify yourself.
We're the hands of unity. We were sent by the queen here.
Processing. Processing. Pros, 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 pros. And then you see the one who's been asking, and like directly in front of you, its eyes begin to glow yellow. And you see he straightens up and lowers his sword and shield. And you see a hip gets cocked as his entire body structure, like his entire stance, gets really relaxed. And you hear a familiar feminine voice as you hear Rasa voice emitting from the speaker of this Warforged, and goes, Lucian, you're alive.
Barely.
I can tell that. And you see the Warforged tilts its head and looks up beyond you, and you hear her go, and Sir Mace, he actually managed to live. Very impressive. Now, obviously, I believe we all have some questions. But, since you are in my kingdom, why don't you answer mine first? Are you real?
Real? Were you really in all that? Did you actually hear me?
What was the last thing you said to me, Lucian?
I believe I told you to wake the fuck up.
You see, the Warforged raises its hand, and all the Warforged stand down and sheath their weapons, and you see the Warforged that's been speaking goes, well, that's reassurance. So it wasn't some crazy-ass dream. Interesting. Very well. And can you vouch for the rest?
Yeah, we're all real.
But we got a lot to talk about.
Agreed. Because according to the scanners, you and Sir Mace have some weird readings going all over your bodies. So, come on.
Yep.
Let's get back to Thuril and get you all settled up. And do I see a casualty?
Yeah.
Are we good to leave? Or must I stand here? I wish to bury my companion.
I don't recognize you. You're not one of the people I sent. Who are you?
I'm Amadia.
Oh, well, nice to meet you, Amadia. How the fuck did you get in my kingdom?
The gods work in strange ways.
Oh, fucking
I'm not quite sure how I got here to begin with.
Oh, fucking course it was those damn gods.
Am I good to go?
Yeah.
Lucian, is he involved in all this?
Mhm.
Miss who?
Amadia. Is she involved in all this?
I think so, but not on the bad side, if that makes sense. I think the gods are trying to do something through her, or one of them is, or I don't think she's a problem. That's all I can really say for certain.
Was she? I'm assuming she was in the temple with y'all.
Yeah, for most of it. We all got separated for a while, but we came together in the end, almost died again. Fun times.
Then, dear Amadia, if you would be so kind, we have some questions, and I'm sure you will have some answers for us.
By all means.
Thank you for cooperating. Now, this way. And you see all the Warforged stand at attention, and you see the one Warforged that's been speaking motions the group to follow, and you see about 10 of the Warforges come and follow after y'all, making a perfect box around y'all as they escort y'all away from the cave, and y'all get maybe 10 feet away until you hear a loud explosion coming from behind y'all. And you see the Warforged are escorting you out away from the cave and onto what appears to be a gravel road or a gravel path, and begin leading y'all back to Thurrow.
Ooh.
Romeo, as you are walking, you see one of the Warforges, that's the closest one that's to your right, begins to shake, and its eyes glow yellow, and you see the Warforged, still in step with everybody else, looks over at you, and you hear Rasa's voice comes in and goes, "My child, I see you are very hurt."
Yes, I am.
I thank you for doing all this, my child. And I'm glad you have made it out. I heard about your little sister being born. I'm sorry for not telling you back at the Capitol, but your parents requested that they want to surprise you.
It's all right. I'm just glad that everyone's safe there.
Agreed. Now here, and you see the Warforged reaches down to a pouch on his hip and pulls out a large red vial and hands it over to you and goes, "Drink up. This will help you get back on your feet." And she gives you a potion of greater healing.
Oh, I will take it. How much is that?
Should be in your inventory. You can use it.
Oh, okay, sick.
I'm a little hurt too.
But you're not a tiefling.
Was.
Oh, it's telling me I have to target a token?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
target yourself. Hold on.
I don't have a token on the screen though.
You do, it's just hidden.
Well,
I think.
Just come back here real
Oh,
fast.
there we go.
Put it back right. Yeah.
It was all a ruse. You're really still stuck in the temple.
We're back in the building.
Get to the end of the campaign, you just snap back here. You're actually still trapped in the temple. It's all a dream.
Right? Okay, I thought it
Everyone's true
opposite
desires.
forest. Okay.
That would be a really fun twist, though.
Nah,
I
No, it
wouldn't.
would not.
that's lazy. Twist for me.
Yeah.
I like giving on.
Like,
Like,
more-
maybe if it was all the way back to the beginning and, like, there's something else, but...
All the way back at the freaking capital.
No, all the way back at the tournament.
Oh wow, yeah.
I don't
All the way
exist
back
in.
there.
I have a
Anyways,
weird dream about being a tiefling.
I was dead and I was hooking up with an archfey. It's wild. Anyways, as y'all keep walking, you see Romeo. You see the Warforged just looking at you, placing a mechanical hand on your shoulder, which is odd for most, but you growing up here, you sense the familiar warmness that Rasa gives to all of her people, and goes, you hear her go, I am glad you are alive and you have survived. After this briefing and all the questions and all the answers, I'll make sure to get you a first trip, fast track back to Whittleheart so you can see your family.
Thank you.
Of course, my child. You see the Warforged straightens up and shakes a little bit before you see the yellow eyes go away as the Warforged keeps marching in step. It's gonna take y'all a bit to get back, but is there anything y'all want to talk to Rasa while you're at it, or just gonna wait till you get back to this town?
I want to ask her at least one thing.
Okay.
Rasa,
You see
I know you asked me.
a Warforged begins to shake and the eyes go glow yellow.
So weird. I'll never get used to that.
It would be
You-
weirder if you did.
Right. I know you asked me what the last thing I said to you was. How much do you remember?
It depends on the person, Lucian. There are some people that can recount every detail of their dream, down to the last oddity. Some people completely forget about their dream.
Well, it wasn't a dream.
I know. I could tell something was off. I'm one of those people that can remember every detail. Having a dream of hosting a ball at my capital in honor of Mace, of all people. It was a very enlightening dream. But a dream nonetheless. Why do you ask?
Because if that dream made you think that anything that was happening within it was a positive, that's their doing and it's not. That's my point. I guess we'll know more when we talk, but this war business is not
not for the best for anybody.
We should talk more back at the rail.
Yeah. Sounds good.
As time passes, and y'all get closer and closer to Thoril, one of the big difference that y'all take notice is you see that Thoril, the town, is completely surrounded by what looks to be a squad of not a squad. You see what looks to be a large circle of warforges, and you see all the warforges seem to have white metallic bodies, and you see they have white metal skin. All of them appear to be wearing these long black cloaks that go over their shoulders and over their entire body, kind of looking similar to a large coat. And you see they have a long collar line that goes all the way up past their mouth, and you see it also appears that they have what appears to be a gas mask that's connected to their mouth, like underneath the collar of the coat, and is connected straight to their head. And you see all of them seem to have staves, rods, wands, and there's a couple that have belts of potions of all kinds. And you see one is one is ordering the others around, and this one has a long red cape or not a long red cape, a short red cape that cuts off at the middle of its back, and is ordering people left and right. Romeo, Lucian, and Mace, you would recognize these guys as basically the capital's what's the proper word? The capital's medical team. Like, you recognize that these specialized warforged are designs for plagues, viruses, quarantining cities, and healing. Basically, anything and everything that involves diseases, viruses, and they specialize in healing. So basically, these are the doctors of this empire.
Mm.
And you see the one in the red cape looks over at the squad of warforges heading towards them, and you see the one up front shakes a little bit, and the eyes glow yellow, and immediately the one in the red cape straightens up and stands at attention before saluting to the warforged with the yellow eyes. And you hear Lady Rasa from the warforged goes, very good. Very good, Red. We are gonna enter the town. Is everything still clean? And you hear the warforged that's being referred to as Red and goes, yes, Lady Rasa. We have quarantined civilians successfully, and we are housing them in their respective homes. As of right now, there's only been reported 2 deaths. That is entirely my fault, Lady Rasa. I did not assign the proper guards to keep watch over them. I beg for your forgiveness, and I'm willing to take my own life right here, right now. And you see Lady Rasa just waves her hand and goes, Red, you gotta stop talking like that. unnerves people. And you see Red just straightens up and goes, "As you say, Lady Rasa, but we will have a building ready for you." And you see Lady Rasa just nods and goes, "Good, good." And you see the Warforged turns around, looks at y'all, and you hear Lady Rasa and goes, "Well, from what I have been informed, you all came to this town, correct?"
Yes.
Yeah.
You have all seen the mess that was made.
We were in the middle of it when we left. It was horrible.
Yes, very, very horrible. Come this way. Very nonchalant goes over and follows after Red. And as y'all follow after the Warforged, they lead you in past the city walls. And entering the city, you see once the streets were filled with random bodies of people and civilians that have just given up. Now you see many patrolling guards walking around. Some are escorting other people, civilians who seem to be dragging their feet. Some are even carrying other people. And you've seen guards are pointing. Lots of guards are discussing with each other and pointing out the best. Some are pointing out the best way to get to a certain location. You overhear a tiefling male is kneeling down next to a tiefling woman who is like sitting down and slumped up against a wall. And you hear the tiefling male goes, "Come on, Veronica. You can wake up. You can get bounced back. It's not that bad. Come on, Veronica. Please, baby. Please. I didn't mean to leave. It was only going to be for a month. I didn't think this would happen. Please. Please wake up." They don't see any reaction from the female tiefling. And many of this example is plaguing throughout this town. And you hear the Warforged that's leading y'all, the one that Lady Rasa is speaking through, goes, "You can imagine my surprise when I woke up from a certain dream and ordered a deep investigation on where the group of adventurers were, tracked down all the way to this lovely town of Thurrail, and find my children like this." So you can imagine my surprise. You see Red leads the group into a building, and the building looks to be a cleared out house. There is just basic furniture. There is a couch, wooden tables, chairs, a carpet, and it's basically a model home. Like there's no personal effects in there. It just looks like a very basic home. And as y'all enter, you see Lady Rasa motions for Red to leave, and Red steps out, and Lady Rasa closes the door. And you see the wooden windows shut by guards outside, and you hear Lady Rasa goes, "Hey, so you can imagine my surprise and my absolute fury that someone is messing with my children again." And you see she bangs the mechanical fist against the door, and then looks and turns around, and Lucien, Mace, and Romeo, y'all look into the yellow eyes of this Warforged, and you can just feel the fury coming off of Lady Rasa as she projects her anger through this Warforged. And just looks at y'all and goes, "So tell me, what the fuck happened?"
Well, we sent this out this way when we got here. Everybody was in a state of... They just didn't care. All their desires were gone. They didn't want for anything. They just moped around, didn't care, stood in the way of carriages, just walked and didn't do nothing until they starved or were off for themselves. We found the temple. Found 2 individuals who say they were also sent here by the mayor of this town. Which, are they with us too?
You look around,
Clint.
you don't see them.
Son of a bitch. I think we got played by them somehow. You know,
That was the guardian of the
something.
temple.
I don't think so. I think that cagey fuck was up to something. I don't know what. I didn't like him. But, anyway, we ran into him. We ran into these trials. They had us do... They're like rooms made up for each of us. Designed to, you know, get us to admit what we wanted most or something, I think. And we had to play along, so we failed. I fucked up. I told him to fuck off, didn't want to play along, and it was for Mace's room, and we failed, and Mace was turned to stone. She was granted each of us one desire to be used within this temple along the way during these trials, and I used mine to get him unstoned. Unpetrified? I think that's the word. And, by the end of it, the last room that we thought was for one person actually wasn't. It was a lie. It was a trick. And she got free.
What?
Not truly.
What got free?
One of the forgotten gods. Desire this time.
Of course. A
Ah,
forgotten god got released in my kingdom. Is that right?
yeah. Yeah.
Are we all there?
Yeah, y'all are there.
Amadia's still holding Melusine, which she has, like, wrapped. She's taken off her cloak and wrapped Melusine's body in it. But Amadia pipes up and she goes, "They had a choice to stop her."
Yeah. We were getting there. My plan originally was to get her to have me be what she calls her harbinger, so that I could just die there and she'd be stuck. But then other people got tangled up in it.
Not too bad of a plan.
Yeah, I know. Fuck am I worth, right?
So, wait. This goddess is free because you became a harbinger?
No, she's free because the only choice we had were to, if me and Mace, Mel was one of them, she chose to die rather than be stuck on, and I can respect that. Told Mace I'm by his side. I don't I thought about it. I really did. But I just think it's only then a matter of time before she gets out and from somebody else walking in there, wandering by. At least this way I can ensure that whoever it is going to use her. And he holds up his hands and does like air quotes, gifts to hurt anybody.
You see the Warforged looks down and goes, "This god of desire, or as a goddess, this
Both.
both?
Yeah, they have two forms. They seem to swap through.
Okay, this thing of desire is free, roaming around now in my kingdom, I guess, assumingly. And you and Mace are her harbinger?
What she calls us. But she said that we're not her puppets. And as much as she pisses me off, and mind you, I'm arrogant. You know that.
Naturally.
Thinking like 100 times worse.
She is a goddess.
I'm not saying there's not the power to back it up, but I wanted. I know you must have known what this felt like once. It's the only way you get as strong as you are is by being this low before. But know that you could fight back as hard as you possibly could, as much as you wanted, and you still fucking lose. Nothing feels worse.
We aren't wrong. So, what's the plan now? I originally sent you out here to take care of this strange phenomenon that's happening to Thuril. And now, a goddess is free. A forgotten one, I guess. Did you get any kind of information on how to take down the other forgotten god?
There's a third temple that she told us about.
There's a third one. Awesome.
And a fourth.
And a fourth.
There's a fourth one too
There's a
But
fourth
will end the world. That will end the world if it awakens.
The third one, she said, would be disturbed in 2 years. When that happens, the whole town that it's under will die. So,
yeah,
we have 2 years to figure out how to stop that from happening. And we also have the matter of the other god in the Feywild, which she said if her siblings get in her way, she'll help us deal with them.
I don't know if they get in her way. But she said she doesn't care if we deal with them. So at least the power she gave us I can use to knock that smug look off that other motherfucker's face. She also gave us that temple, that third temple. Said somehow tied to it there's a weapon that can kill a god.
You see, she The Warforged instantly perks up and goes, "The third temple can kill a god."
I don't know if it's a temple, but there might be something within it that can.
Yes, but I don't think we should go there until we know
No,
how
we
to
don't
do
even know where
this
it's at.
properly.
I think dealing with the one in the Feywild is probably the first step, but not having a weapon that can kill a god feels. Maybe there's some way we can delay what he's doing. I don't. Unless the power or help with something stronger. I don't know, but Ross, at the point, there's a little bit of reasoning, extra reasoning, for me is why I wanted to make sure I was here to talk to you. I know this weapon business. You say you know who took it.
You see, instantly the Warforged stiffens up and shoots you a glare and goes, "Lucian, you best watch yourself."
I am. And I respectfully, I know I don't look it anymore, but I am one of your children that you care so much about. I was before, and I will not have that taken away from me.
Nor will I strip that from you.
But I want you to listen. Because I know everybody loves you, and I do too. You did a lot. But sometimes we all need someone who's not afraid to say what no one wants to say. You, I don't want to beat on, what, something I've already said, but I told you that this was going to be a problem for everybody. Not just the other kingdoms outside. And you said you worry about it when it comes to your doors. And it came to your doors, and look how many people got hurt. It's going to happen to everybody else. And the only way the world gets through this is if everybody comes together. And you are the only person that can make that happen. I don't think there's anybody else more capable of uniting people than you. I truly believe that.
Lucian, you're giving myself way too much credit. If you think I can even get anywhere close to uniting the world to fight against these forgotten gods, you of all people know that I barely believed any of you. I barely believed them when they first approached me about this supposed god. I barely believed it until it, like you said, it happened at my doorstep. So, do you think that the Lioness Empire and their... You probably haven't heard of this. The Lioness Empire is in turmoil right now. So we can't rely on them and their military might to support us. The Slain Kingdom is looking to start another war with the Empire to gain some territory. And the Dwarven tribes are, well, they're dwarves. Even if I came to them pleading, unless it's a profit for them. And I'm not talking about the good of the world. The dwarves' tribe leaders do not care. They just want to make sure that whatever lines in their pockets will be great And there are even the elves. Bless their souls. The elves are arguably the most difficult to deal with. So, uniting all of the nations under one banner sounds nice. To actually do it would take years upon years of diplomacy, careful planning, and the fact and willing that I need to get rid of my desire to not talk to them. Lucian, in this dream, were you even told on what the weapon was?
No.
And for the sake of things, that's how it shall remain. The weapon it isn't stolen. It is still under lock and key.
Then why the war banners?
It is a dream, Lucian.
You okay? Well, that's part of what I wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure you weren't about to run off to that because that's the last thing we think. That's the very least I can ask. But you say that you give yourself. Or I'm giving you too much credit. I don't think you give yourself enough. You've made technology that has so far surpassed the rest of the world that people are afraid of you because we sit in our corner and we hide and we turn away everyone and threaten violence. If you take the inverse of that and you start to take your brilliant mind and apply it to everything else good and give to these people because they took from us, but we took from them. We didn't do it as bad. But if we sit back and let the world fall apart, we're no better. If they think that we don't care, that we're heartless, that we're demons. Instead of just isolating ourselves and letting them think it and just making our lives better, why not just prove them wrong? Wipe that look off their face when everybody's cheering for them, when their lords and ladies and emperors and kings and whatever the fuck everybody has is shouting about Lady Rasa and how much they love her because her medicine just cured all these sick kids. Or this old man can walk again because he's got some extra frames. Or now a bunch of these construction jobs can be done instantly because of Warforged labor. They can work twice as hard without breaking a sweat because they can. You know what I mean? I've been given a lot of perspective lately about not always being stuck on the same path. And you can shoot me in the fucking head right now. At least I said what needed to be said. I just hope that you understand I don't mean anything ill by it. I have nothing but the highest respect for you. And that's any Tifa can say the same, I think.
You see the Ford just looks down and then just slowly shakes her head. They say being the bigger person is a luxury. They say being the bigger person is filled with hardship because you gotta turn the other cheek to, as you say, see the look on their face when you don't react to when they kill your people. But when they send assassins to kill the lords of each house. And you see the Warforged looks over to Mace. When the Empire tried to poison the Lord of Brimwood, when they tried to poison his son, but yes, turn the other cheek. Let's be the bigger person. Yes, let's smother them with all of our technology and smother them with all of the medicines, every single kindness that we can think of. But let's just say they take our technology, throw it back at us, reverse engineer, and finally figure out how to make you. How to make Warforge, how to make a mechanical army. Lucian, if I share what we have with the rest of the world, they will find a way to corrupt it. They will find a way to make weapons. And then we are in the future kind of war, where swords, crossbows, and magic are obsolete. And it's only with guns, weaponry, a weapon that shouldn't have even been built gets thrown at empires. To what? To unite the world? If I am to unite the world, it will be for conquest and to put it under one banner. But I will not put my children at risk. I will not put my daughters and my sons at risk anymore. I have already done that to free us. I have put so many lives on the line, including my own, to make sure that we have this sense of peace, that we are able to lock ourselves away. Lucian, I know the good I can do, but I know the potential evil that can plague this world. I don't desire that, Lucian. And I don't trust them.
Do you really think I didn't consider any of that? You give any mortal anything. For every single one you give for good, there's going to be just as many that do it bad. That's the way the world works. And I understand what you're saying, because by no any other circumstances, I agreed. There's not going to be any world left. And it better one that has future technology and war change forever than no world at all to live in. Are people gone, or at the absolute best, enslaved to one of these fuckers? The fourth one, if the fourth one gets out, the world is done. That's it. Whatever they are, that is the end game. There's nothing, there's no surviving it, there's no fighting back. It gets out, we are done. The intricacies of diplomacy and political espionage and subterfuge and noble houses and assassinations and fighting for thrones. I'm sure that will exist and someone will take advantage of it. I believe it, because there will always be people like that. But there'll be more people fighting because nobody wants to sit there and selfishly fight for a world that either means there's nothing's gonna be left. It's just some people are too afraid to admit it, or think it's not true. And maybe they won't believe you right away, but they're gonna believe us eventually when it starts happening. And wouldn't it be better to prove that we knew what was happening and maybe sway somebody early? I mean, the signs are there. That's two places that have gone like this. Granted, your kingdom, no one knows about that because we're isolated. But that other town, There's no way that hasn't sparked up something. I just have to believe. Because through all my experience fighting things, that by all means shouldn't exist or unnatural. I have no idea how we fight these.
Lucian, make me a persuasion check.
Before he rolls, can I do something?
Sure. What do you want to do?
I would like to use my Cosmic Omen to add a d6.
Can I give him bardic inspiration this time?
I think Bardic Inspiration has to be beforehand. It's not like guidance or something. You have to like do it beforehand, right?
Yeah, I could.
Like you have to be like,
That's true.
you got this, buddy.
Yeah, you really got to like motivate.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's
you
true.
really had to like talk to him before he would be talking to.
Sing me a little diddle.
If it matters for mine, mine is a reaction.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yours
yeah,
is
yours
different,
makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah,
Okay,
yours
that-
is divine.
Yours
yeah.
is good. So yeah,
Okay.
I'll allow that. Lucian, you can get.
So add a d6 for that.
Yeah, I do structure.
Don't fuck me.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna roll a d6.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Fucking Christ, okay.
Okay, gonna
Oh.
delete that.
Is Lucian dead now?
Yeah, he just gets shot.
Gonna delete Lucian real quick.
You see,
I'm changing this dice.
you see, Rasa just begins to laugh and go, Lucian. I hear you. I really do hear you. But that's not how this world works. We can't unite. The world is too far gone. I will do everything in my power to protect my people. And I will do my best to support you in taking care of these forgotten gods. But if you think I'm gonna work with the Empire, obviously, or any of the other nations, you are dead wrong, Lucian. There's too much bad blood between all of us. If I were to help, that would put my own people at a risk. And above all else, I will not let my children be enslaved. I will not let my children work with the people that we have built our history on rebelling against. I will not put any of my children in harm's way. If they come at us with a war, I will meet them with war. Up top of my medical field, on top of my creations of automatons, my creation of weaponry is surpass damn near the gods. Lucian, your hope and your wish for all nations to come together, it is a good hope. But hope is fleeting. Lucian, I will not agree to any kind of alliance. I cannot support that. Lucian, you have my sympathy. You'll have my support, yes. And I can try to talk to the Elven Envoy to see if we can get you into the Feywild. But beyond that, there's much that I need to take care of to prep. Because who knows the outcome of the turmoil that's happening in the Lioness Empire. Depending on when the dust settles. Regardless if they try to steal that weapon. we might be heading into war regardless. So my people need to be ready.
What, Lady Rasa, what about the well, I know neither of them are here. None of them are here right now, but the organization that I spoke to you about when I first came back here, the Black Knights.
Yes, the Black Knights. They have no affiliation with the Empire. And we have been talking, so I don't see any issue with them. They have expressed their desire to rebel against the Lioness Empire, create their own little nation, and honestly, with the way things are right now, they have a good enough chance right now. And then you see the Warforged looks over at all of y'all and goes, do y'all even have any idea what I'm referring to about the little incident that's happening in the Empire right now?
Nope.
I don't believe so. I mean, I heard, does it have to do with the town that was the other temple?
No. And you see the Warforged breaks out into a very odd smile and goes, the Lioness Emperor is dead.
Oh.
And he has made no claims of succession. So based on the spies, there's going to be civil war pretty soon breaking out. And depending on who comes out on top, they might wage war against us. That is why I need to be prepared. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
But
Hello, everyone. My name is Sam. I am the Dungeon Master of this channel for this D&D group. I'm sorry for not doing an introduction to this channel or anything like that, but if you made it this far, you don't really see a point. You know what's going on. This channel is just a dumping ground for all of my past D&D sessions that I have recorded. I know that episode 1 was kind of in a random spot, and now this is the season finale, quote unquote. It's basically I just decided to start recording the sessions. It's mainly for me to keep to remember what happened the previous episode, and it helps me as a DM, and it's helped me listen to how I can improve. And my other players love to look back on videos just to see and remember what has happened. But like I said before, if you made it this far, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. To all my players who are watching this right now, thank y'all for your journey. Thank y'all for y'all's time. And to all the past players who are no longer with us, thank y'all again for joining my table, my virtual table. And I hope to see y'all again in the future sometime. And my seat is always open for you to come join me at my table. But either way, I just want to get on here real quick and say thank you again for watching this. And I don't think this channel is really going to take off or anything like this because of all the bad audio, bad visuals, and all the mistakes I've made in the past. I mean, like I said, this is channel just for a dumping ground. So I mean, but there is some announcements, I guess you can say. I will be uploading
this full campaign of our Dragons campaign. We use a source book that I backed on Kickstarter, the Dragon Flight uh, module for D&D 5e. It's basically allows people to play as dragons. I wanted to test it out, and my players were up for being dragons, and that I was able to record all the way at the beginning to our current session right now. Right now, we are currently playing a different session for one of my players who's being a DM for this one. So I'm actually a player. I don't know if he's gonna upload it or I don't know if he's recording it. I recorded all my audios on my end, so we'll see how it goes. He's an amazing DM, so maybe he thought of it, but we'll find out. But either way, I just want to get on here. Says thank you once again. Thank you so much for watching all these sessions and suffering like I have watching my past recordings. And this channel, I might work on it more, make it more fleshed out, like more appealing. And to all my players that are still watching, thank y'all again, and I hope to see y'all again next time. And stay tuned for the Dragons campaign. Laters.